Hi, this will be a tutorial on CoR skip. By CoR skip, I'm referring to the one that actually allows you to loot the chests in the Cavern of Remembrance. It doesn't fully skip it because that would be pointless in the sake of this is strict use for the randomizer. So that would be pointless considering you start in the Garden of Assemblage. But first, I'm going to show you that the fight is active. So I'll walk in here. The fight does happen. Yeah. Now, interesting thing is, and that I save state just to prove that that save state wasn't like a different save state. The fight still does happen, and I'm using the same save state. And Goofy's grabbing the ledge from the other side, and I think he just fell, but it's fine. Basically, you can grab this ledge right here from the other side, and you'll be out of bounds. It's a known clip that's been a thing for a while, and it's used for the proper CoR skip. But I found a setup for it that makes it pretty consistent. So you want to grab this ledge, and then hit the wall to the right as you drop, and then just tap, jump, and forward. Now, how long you hold the jump very much varies depending on what level of high jump you have, because you might jump a lot higher and might need to just flick it a lot quicker in a lot less time. Now, I'm just going to show that setup again, and since it's a fixed camera, auto camera does technically make your camera change a bit whenever you're looking to move around. Like that's how auto camera works. But it doesn't do it enough to mess up the setup, so it still works on there too. But setup, pretty simple. Just grab the ledge, drop, hit the wall to the right. You want that. Sometimes it'll take you a few tries to get. I didn't get it because Goofy pushed me. Sometimes you can still get it even if they push you. And sometimes it'll take you a few times. Sometimes you need to like keep trying to grab the edge and it just won't let you. Sometimes you need to need to get a feel for it. And now it's pretty easy to just grab this without the setup. I say as I miss it, because there's two places you can grab here. You can grab here on the corner, grab right there, or you can grab right here. You just kind of need to find that between it, and Sora grabs with his left hand. So if you just position yourself, you can just usually get it without it. But anyway, now that you're here, you want to aerial dodge and grab this ledge outside. Now that's a very tight timing for that aerial dodge. Actually do this up just to be safe and actually get it. It's very tight timing because if I go too early, that happens. And if I go too late, okay, Goofy, that's my place to grab. I did not think that I grabbed it. If I do too late, obviously, I just don't make the aerial dodge and I fall into the void. And when you fall into the void, you're basically stuck. You can master hover up if you react quick enough. The master hover, I mean like when you use master form, aerial dodge, and then revert and aerial dodge again. That's what I mean. But when you master hover, so that's the only way to get up if you fall. So don't fall. Now, but the right timing is you wait a little bit and miss it apparently. You want to grab over here. Now the timing of the aerial dodge can vary depending on if you have what level of aerial dodge you have. It works with all of them. Aerial dodge level 1 is obviously the hardest because you get very little height, so it's a lot tighter timing. I would recommend not doing it with that. But if you either mess it up or... yeah, if you just mess it up, you can cover it up by being... I tried to mess it up, still got it. Dash, grab it, please. Okay, let's just set up. Okay. But if you mess it up, I keep underestimating my aerial dodge level. Because I have aerial dodge level 2 right now. which I believe, I mean, the higher you are, is easy. Okay, party members, sometimes they'll just get in such a way. You'll get in the way, but I held jump for too long. You don't want to just flick jump. Now, if I get too early, then I can use the master hovering I was talking about. I did it too much to the floor. Usually if you mess it up, it'll be like over here. So you do this. And then now you're still out of bounds. But the point is, you want to grab the ledge right here. And because you can grab it, let's see if I can purposely do it. No, because you can grab it literally on the floor. I'll see if I can do it intentionally. No. My gosh. No. Sometimes you'll grab it on the floor. Like on the purple, and you'll be literally right in the wall. In that case, you want to hold the direction of out of bounds, and you might still be able to get it, but oftentimes you'll clip back in. So just be wary of that. You want to grab it over here, and as I say, I didn't miss it. You want to grab it to the side. Grab it over here. That was perfect timing. Anyway, then from here, let's make a save state here. From here, you can just you want to use your first person to position yourself, because worst case you might clip back in if you go too close, and it's a pretty big space that you can clip back in from. Like, yeah. But anyways, you want to position your camera as close you can get to there without worrying about clipping back in. And if you have quick on level 3, you can just quick run, aerial dodge, get some more distance with magic, reflect, fire, thunder, magnet. I think they all work except for blizzard, because blizzard makes you go back a bit. I don't have any other ones than fire and reflect right now, but if you have it, you can either do this. You want to clip in, or worst case, if you don't have very much height, you can just. This is the safest way. If you like, oh no, I'll make it. You just use aerial dodge to make it. Now, when you're in here, you can't exactly go into the loading zone yet, and be careful because the trigger for the fight's like right there. But you want to go just far enough to be able to walk in. You'll notice that the screen jittered a bit when I walked. So you want to go. See, as the screen like slightly moves, that's when you know you're there. So the safest way is just to walk slightly forward and then back over and over again until you get it. That got really quickly there. But if you use Master Form and you're like, well, I need Master Form later, because you will, you can just get through this stalactite, especially if you're doing this before having done like Demix and all the dancers. Then you can just go back through here. You can grab some orbs on the way out for XP. And then you can just get all of your drive back. And if you're at this point in the game where the dancers fight is next, you can just walk in and instantly get it. If not, you can obviously go through the save point to get your drive gauge back. But either way, we open that shortcut for us now, so we don't need to do the clip and all that again. Which is the important thing. I think I can reach this. No. Safest way back in is just like, oh my gosh, to actually be able to platform is how to do it. So a few different ways you can get in. You can obviously just get back in. Is all that matters. Get back into the shortcut. You have this chest over here. Great. And then you want to turn the valves, and this does take a decent amount of damage per second to be able to do quickly. I'm really strong right now, so this should be pretty easy for me. Yeah. So anyways, you turn the valves to move on the segment of CoR, but that fight was never done. So you can't just walk back through because then the fight will start. But what you can do, obviously get that chest. You can obviously get this. Then, similar to Sean you skip, you can master hover over here. I'm gonna make a safe state. And then you aerial dodge. Sometimes, if you have a really good height, you can use like reflective fire to gain more height, and then you're set. And then you can just revert aerial dodge. If you don't have enough height, so like I did like that, and you're like this, you can still sometimes get height. But like maybe you didn't get enough height. You can do this again. Use a drive recovery like Sean you skip. Master form. Wow, I messed that up. Oh no, I did a good enough height. Great. Master hover. Reflect enough times where the revert is available, and then boom. You just skip those 2 fights, or you skip that fight, and you can go over here, loot all these chests. Yay. That chest, 2 chests over there. A chest over here to the right. You can obviously just go through here now. Now, if you have a really low... I don't think I need to give tips on how to do this, but like, if you have a really high aerial dodge, it's pretty easy to just get it. But I only have aerial dodge like level 2. What I'm about to do, you can do with any of them, but you can even do this with aerial dodge level 1, or you can use a magic, or sometimes glide to push yourself. But I've glide max, it's gonna be really hard. But now, this fight never happens because the flag was never set, because the first fight never was finished. Which also means this room doesn't have enemies. No enemies spawn here. You can get that chest. And also, the air from these doesn't happen. All that happens is the treadmill. The thing's moving, like the conveyor belt. Treadmill. Get that chest. You can get these chests. One here, one there. And you can get this chest. But there's one last chest at the end of CoR. And another thing that happens when you don't move from by flag to flag by doing each fight is there's an invisible wall here that does not let you through. There's no way through. So if you're doing this skip to try to get all the stuff in CoR, also it doesn't let you back in, like I have here. If you want to do it to get through all of CoR, you cannot get the last. You can't get that, so sucks. But it allows you to do CoR very early if you do not have the tools to get through it. So it can be a lot of early game checks that other people will not be able to get for a while. Also, because, you know, this fight still exists. If you walk too far forward, the fight starts, which is bad. Nice, I'm just gonna die. Because my save state is not where I want it to. Now, if you die here, because I entered from the top, since this is all one big room, they might be heal me for a while. Oh no, he healed. Oh, you may go. Get to go. Since I died in this one big room, I actually spawned at the top again. So, that's interesting. But anyways, yeah, so the way you want to leave, probably the easiest way, is just to go all the way down, but then land over here. Because, like, the trigger's pretty far down that way. And you can just go through the door. And then go back over to the valves, which are over here. And then just go back through that shortcut to leave. And you just did CoR skip, or CoR exploit, or whatever you really want to call it. But yeah, that should be it. Thank you for watching.